status of the project? A few have personally informed me about their submissions. What about the others? I've not received many projects. For the ones who've turned in, I'll return these today. I'll just review and I'll get back to you. This is 10 out of 50. 40 are still remaining.
Good morning, ma'am.
Alright, people, have you started with the project work? Because if you see my list of signed tasks is too much. When can we hand this over? I'm waiting for a response and answer. Do you want a timeline? Do you think you can give me a timeline? Fine, let's not talk about this. If you're not comfortable, just work on this, please.
मैम एक्चुअली मैम मेरा प्रोजेक्ट जो था लास्ट ईयर का वो स्कूल के अंदर ही है, तो मैम मेरे को उससे एक बार आइडिया लेना था कि मैम मेरा सेम ही टॉपिक है, तो मेरे को उससे एक बार आइडिया लेना था अपने प्रोजेक्ट का.
Harshit, now if we do not go to school, will we keep on waiting?
नो मैम, जैसे मैम अभी हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस देने आनी है तब तो मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट मिल सकता है मैम.
There are high chances that the staff room will be inaccessible, not just to you, even to me.
ओके मैम. ओके मैम.
All right, even for another thing, I would want you people to tell me your groups here. So whatever. Jaideep, that cannot happen. The provision of online fee is not there via school. Tanya, we are past. I was hoping we passed the stage of rough draft. I was kind of hoping I could see the final work that people have done. Take as much time. I just want you people to get through with it already so that when you have exams piling up, you don't have all this work. अभी भी ज़्यादा लेट नहीं हुआ है. All you can, if you can just find out 2-3 hours, एक बारी करके खत्म करो इसको, वरना आगे और ही डिफिकल्ट होता रहेगा. अभी तो ये सिर्फ 50 मार्क्स के एग्जाम्स हैं, आगे प्री बोर्ड्स आ जाते हैं, 2 आएंगे. You will not find time for working on project or your art integrated activity in the coming months. Kindly make up your mind, kindly get your schedule right so that you can get all this work done. All right, I just want to show one more thing. I've shared your art integrated activity here. Whatever groups you people have made, even if you're not submitting right now, please comment as to whatever your group is working on. At least I know that you're working on something. So you simply say, you give me the group member's name and you tell me we're doing activity 1. In that way, I'll at least have an idea कि कौन से बच्चे start कर चुके हैं, and it will also help me figure out the number of children who've not really assigned themselves into group or they've not thought of an activity. All right, this was another. So I've given you a reminder for the Sikkim activity. I've given you the reminder for project. Another thing, we are meeting on, when are we meeting? We're meeting on Friday in person. I hope you've seen those posts that I've shared on the group. So we have to get that registration process rolling. Have we all mailed that file to the examination department? They had sent a mail to you for verification.
Yes, ma'am. Sent.
Just in case there's anyone who's not sent, I think you know you're already too late, and the process for CBSE registration takes a lot of time. तो अपनी तरफ से आप कोशिश करो, all your work has been done. No problem should come in while we are registering you for these examinations. Now these matters are very sensitive. So any notification that you get regarding CBSE registration, treat it with utmost urgency, please. There was another question that I was getting. Is it compulsory for the students to come? Can the parents come? Yes, the parents can come. If do we have the provision of online fee payment? No, we don't really have that provision this time. Any other questions that I was getting? If anything else comes to my mind, I'll share it with you people. Acha, I hope you've also seen the date sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. I'll just mute myself. I have this music behind me. Till then, I'll just share my window. All right. If I remember, last time we were talking about the worker population ratio and where the people are engaged. There are two terms that you'll see in your any official data. Either people talk about worker population ratio, that is basically your workforce divided by your total population into 100. उससे आपको पता चल जाता है कितने लोग काम कर रहे हैं. You have another indicator also, which is your labor force. Labor force में कौन कौन आते हैं? People who are working and people who are willing to work but they don't have work. That basically means labor force will also include the unemployed people. Unemployed क्यों हम include कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि अगर आप labor force निकालना चाह रहे हो, so you should at least know the total potential of your country. Worker population ratio आपको बताता है how much of that potential is being realized. Labor force totally tells me how many people are also unemployed and how many people are working. So whenever you see any data and they talk about labor force, वो आपको बता रहे पूरी country में कितने लोग अभी able हैं to work. Worker population ratio बताता है कितने लोग actually में काम कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, एक और indicator होता है, that is the unemployment rate. I hope you're familiar with that. That simply tells us the percentage of people out of your labor force who are willing to work, but they're not getting jobs. If you've also seen lately, there has been a lot of news about falling GDP and rising unemployment. That is there. Do read these
Not
articles.
on these news channels, but in newspapers, I think.
Sorry, I did not get that.
I was just saying about the falling GDP and all. The core news is only in the newspapers, not in the news channels. News channels are mostly concentrated on the Sushant Rajput and Riya Chakravarti case.
Yeah. Never mind. We'll be rational readers. We'll also prioritize. When you're reading those articles, please keep an open mind and try to understand. And Akshit is sending random stuff in chat. All right, next, did we start talking about this topic 7.4, self-employed and hired workers? Did we talk about this at all?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. Ma'am, I had a question from last section.
Please ask.
Ma'am, I was just comparing. The question is employment population ratio same as worker population ratio?
What exactly is employment population ratio?
Ma'am, I was just searching for a worker population ratio of various countries, China and US. So all the data I could find was about employment population ratio and not worker population ratio. So are these two things the same?
If I'm looking at my workforce, these are the people who are employed. Ideally, that should be interchangeably used because your workforce are the people who are working, employment is people who have a job. How do you find your worker population ratio? That is workforce divided by total population. Employment population ratio भी I'm pretty sure यही होगा. That is the people who are working. Ideally, the two should be same.
My conclusions were pretty peculiar, I'd say, because in China, the worker population ratio is around 40%, and in USA, worker population is around 65%. That is like double of India, and India has a lot of population. So why is India lacking in the employment workforce?
Shivam, our population dividend is quite different from them. Population dividend होता है आपका age group कितना divided है. So if I look at the population of China and if I look at the population of United States, they have majority of people who are in the working age and maybe say 35 to 40 or 45 to 50, especially China when they have had their one child policy. आपका young population बहुत कम है. India में young population बहुत ज़्यादा है. So you're also looking at increased dependence. You're also looking at people who are not really willing to get a job also because they're in the process of either studying or they're just dependents. So it's not just the number of population that matters. It is also the nature of the population. Age group has a huge part to play.
Fine, ma'am, noted.
If you get time, do read about population dividend. Since I think this interests you, you will have a better idea of what exactly is it that I'm talking about.
Sure, ma'am, I'll see to it.
All right, moving on, when we're talking about the workers, आपका worker population ratio is simply telling if people are working or they're not working. They're not telling you about the quality of work or their quality of employment that they have. To understand the quality of work, we will categorize workers in two broad parts. एक आपका होता है self-employed और दूसरा होता है hired workers. Self-employed are people who've had their own setup. They've actually hired themselves and they're working for their venture or their enterprise. That goes as self-employed. So if I say that there's a person who owns a piece of land and he cultivates his own land, whatever output he gets, he sells it in the market and earns income out of it. So that farmer there is a self-employed farmer. He has hired himself to work. Similarly, if I talk about, I have this grocery shop near my place. So that owner sits there. Sometimes his son sits there and they facilitate the needs of the customers there. They also go as part of self-employed. You've gathered all your resources together and you have hired yourself. Self-employment वो होता है. So you can have self-employment in urban areas, you can have self-employment in rural areas. You can also study about how, on the basis of the gender. So how many women choose to go for self-employed work, how many men go for self-employed work. We'll be talking about that shortly. नेक्स्ट होता है हायर्ड वर्कर्स. हायर्ड वर्कर्स में दो कैटेगरीज हो जाती हैं. वन, यू कैन हैव अ कैजुअल hiring aspect. Casual hiring कौन सा होता है? Basically the unorganized sector where you don't really have a written contract, you don't really have job security, you don't have your fixed remuneration. दूसरा हो जाता है रेगुलर सैलरीड एम्प्लॉयमेंट जिसको हमने क्लास 10 में एज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर पढ़ा था. So you're looking at a written contract, you're looking at job security, you're looking at fixed and regular income. So hired में दो categories है, can be your organized or unorganized, or we can also call it casual and regular. Self-employed is simply where people have their own work. Just read this portion, please. यहाँ तक. Please read and then we talk about this further.
Ma'am, if you could just scroll up a little bit. Thank you, ma'am.
Are we done reading?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I had this one question regarding the investors. Suppose there is this person A who does nothing except reading the market and following the charts, and he just sits on his table and keeps on investing on in stocks and according to how the market is going. Will we count him as a self-employed worker?
Is that person working for an AMC? Is that person working for an asset management company or individual?
No, ma'am. He's doing it for himself only.
Shivam, then that is
Individual.
not really work. That is when we talk about national income also, if you remember, trading in financial securities or financial asset is not really considered as an economic activity because we simply spoke of it as mere exchange of paper. When we started talking about economic activities, we started with the discussion that something that contributes to your gross national product is something that you count as an economic activity. People who contribute towards those economic activities are your workers. So if I go by that same logic, pehli baat, buying and selling of shares is not counted in gross national product. So that activity is not an economic activity. So the person who's doing it is not really a worker.
Got it, ma'am.
All right. I would want you people to observe this pie chart that we have, chart 7.2. Take a moment, observe this. And I would want someone to share their observations for urban areas first. Anyone who can simply share their observations for urban areas?
Ma'am, if we see in urban areas, maximum portion of employment is going to regular salaried employees, which is evident because urban areas generally have offices and law firms and all the administrative works which requires regular salaried employees. Whereas if we see in rural areas, salaried employees are the amount of them is quite less because no big firms or the intellectual work is going on in the rural areas.
Shreya, do you think you can add something to this? He's compared regular salaried employees of urban and rural for us. Any other comparison that you can do for us?
And can I?
Please go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm doing comparison for casual workers. Ma'am, in case of rural areas, ma'am, casual workers account for second major source of employment with 35% of workforce. And ma'am, casual workers in urban areas account for 15%.
Arnav, I think there are chances that you've referred to a data other than, but I got what you're saying. ठीक है, casual workers, we have more of them in rural and less of them in urban. Lastly, anyone who would want to talk about self-employment,
Yes, ma'am.
please
Ma'am, the
go ahead.
self-employed in rural workers is accounts for 56%, whereas in urban areas it is accounted for 43%. It is so because in rural areas people are engaged in their own farm activities, so they are self-employed in that. Whereas in urban areas, there are many people who are engaged in their work. So the work, yes, ma'am.
All right, we can also talk about the opportunities that are there available. So you have more opportunities for work in urban areas. That can be due to facilities, that can be due to the educational level of the people, that can be due to the access of resource that we have or the technology that we have. So you have more people who are a part of regular salaried when it comes to urban areas. Not many opportunities are there for job creation. So you have less people in regular salaried, but people want to work and they cannot rely on someone else to give them a job. So they try to find a job for themselves. And they might not engage in these huge enterprises of their own, but you can start with small little work. So you can have an artisan, you can have say a cobbler, you can have someone who's simply selling and whatever they think they can make and sell. Comes a lot to the opportunities that are available around and how people are making the use of it. ये सारा discussion जो यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, they are simply interpreting this chart that we've spoken of. One thing we will also talk about men and women. I think that is in another chart.
Ma'am, it's
Ma'am, that was on the
7.1.
same page only.
Sorry, I think I missed it. Yeah, so sorry. Take a note for 7.1 and then we discuss. Rajat, can we have any interpretation for the male workers? Yatharth, any interpretation for the male workers? Yash, Tanya, Tanmay, anyone who can interpret male workers for us, please, and a bit quickly. Anyone who's hating their key for interpretation? Anyone who's finding the key a little difficult to interpret, or is it just me?
Ma'am, it is a tiny bit difficult because they all look the same.
Yeah, what nonsense. Ideally,
Ma'am, even in the printed books is kind of a mess.
alright, this 52% area, I believe, goes to self-employed. This one here, 24. Am I interpreting it correctly or am I messing it up?
No, ma'am,
Twe-
you're doing it rightly.
24 goes for regular salaried, and this upar wala 24 goes for casual workers. Females में 27 goes for casual, 21 goes for regular salaried, and 52 goes for, this is what now? Self-employed. All right. Looking at half of the population, be it for male workers or female workers, you're looking at half of them as self-employed. And we can have several reasons for it. Talking about regular salaried, you're just looking at 1/5 of the women who are a part of regular salaried. मतलब बाकी जो आपका बच जाता है, that goes as your casual wage laborer. Within एक just one thing to be kept in mind, जब हम casual wage laborer बोलते हैं हमको हो जाता है कि income regular नहीं है. That does not mean कि self employed में income हमेशा regular होती है. So if I'm saying that I am, if you've ever seen in urban areas, roadside पे they send those मिट्टी के products. What, I don't
Yes,
even know what they're called.
Matkas and
हाँ वो घड़े होते हैं, मटका होता है, there's this water something. Now if someone who's making that and selling that, that person also goes as a self-employed person. जरूरी नहीं है कि self-employed हो मतलब income हमेशा अच्छी रहेगी. So when we're looking at chart 7.1 and 7.2, we're looking at two aspects. One, we're trying to understand the nature of workers when it comes to their gender, the binary gender that we generally talk about. And next, we're looking at from perspective of regions. For both, we can have several reasons. However, let's not invalidate that self-employed is always a better off situation. It can also be a challenging situation in certain cases.
excuse me, ma'am.
Hanji, Bhavya, your point has been accepted. Hanji.
Ma'am, female entrepreneurship is a fairly recent concept in rural and urban areas alike. So, ma'am, I'm finding this 52% of female workers are self-employed a little hard to believe.
Shivam, if I simply say a woman who's working on her own farmland will also be a part of self-employed. जब मैं self-employed कह रही हूँ, that is what I'm somewhat trying to address. It need not always be a fancy entrepreneur or someone who's running an empire. It can be someone who has a small shop of her own, or this matka wali auntie that I was telling about. So
Ma'am, I have
that
one point.
Getting that point, but if we consider that we are living in a patriarchal society right now, then the property and all the assets as such are in what do we say, in authority of the male counterpart of the female. That is my main concern here.
taken, bilkul taken. So when I'm talking about that farmland lady who's working and cultivating, I'm not saying she owns the asset. She may own the land or she may not own the land, but if she's helping her husband, she will not be counted as a regular salaried or a casual employed worker. There also she will go as self-employed if you're simply helping your husband in extending any work. And also this 52, let's not keep it as half of the population. We're talking about half of the women who are willing to work. Also, another
Yes, ma'am.
thing, not just asset, you're simply looking at, you don't really find work when it comes to either regular salaried or when it comes to casual work. You can also talk about starting anything at all that can help you earn money. So maybe there was this it was a newer trend when there were women who were pulling rickshaws and the women who were riding those Sarthi rickshaws. Again goes a self-employed. आपको कोई option मिली ही नहीं तो आपने एक रिक्शा खरीदा and you started running that. So your self-employed का scale बहुत फर्क हो सकता है. There are chances you earn 100, 200 per day, or there are chances you earn 1 lakh to 2 lakhs per day. All of them collectively will go in self-employed if there's no one who's hired you, but you're working for yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Ma'am,
Hanji Shashank.
ma'am, firstly, if a woman is working in a farmland, you said earlier that she has to get registered for self-employed, or for regular salary employed. But if she's not categorized in any of them, so how will we consider as her self-employed?
All right, Shashank, we can have different cases. Shivansh, I'll come to your question also. One, if you're working on your own farmland, you will have to share that. Either you share it or it will get noticed either through your income or the facilities you've applied for. That goes in your worker population ratio for us to know how if you're working or you're not working. Within working population ratio also, you can have different categories now. Either you can work as a landless laborer for someone else, or you can work on your own land, or you can work on, say, land that is owned by an MNC. तीनों केसेस में आप डिफरेंट टाइप के वर्कर्स की बात कर देते हो. इफ यू वर्किंग ऑन योर ओन लैंड तो आप सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड होते हो एंड यूर अ पार्ट ऑफ द वर्कर पॉपुलेशन रेशियो. इफ यू वर्किंग ऑन, से, on your landlord's land and he's paying you for the work that you've done, then that goes as your casual employed or casual worker. Third, if you're working on the land that has been procured or purchased by an MNC, then effectively you're a worker for the MNC. Then you go as your regular salaried employed. Depending upon the nature of your employment and the terms of your employment, you can be categorized into all three.
No, that I got it. But if a husband or and a wife are working on a same land, and if the husband is registered, but the wife's work has not been registered, then what? Then she is not categorized as self-employed.
Then that goes as part of the work that we were talking about, the work that women do, but that is not accounted for.
Okay, ma'am.
Then that woman is not even considered as a worker if you've not shared that she's working. If that data is not there, then that woman is not a part of this 52%. Ideally, in that situation, if you see, this 52% then becomes an underestimation of the work that is being done by the women.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, one more point I would like to share about that 52% women. Ma'am, that in rural areas there are self-help groups, and only the women are part of that self-help groups, and there are a lot of self-help groups. So that's one of the reason why the proportion of women as self-employed has 52%.
Thank you for pointing that out. All right, Shivansh, when you're talking about renting out, if I look at someone who's at a large scale who's doing that work, self-employed will be, there is no one who's the boss here. The person himself is managing all the work. When I say managing all the work, that basically means doing the work of ensuring that the land is on rent. Just in case someone vacates, then you will also have to ensure that someone else gets it. Then you have the work of collection of rent, follow-ups happening, all of that being done by that person goes as self-employed. Taken not much there. Counting that as an economic activity because that rent is contributing, that goes as his income. So that's a part of NDPFC. I hope we remember that discussion of the broker, anyone who facilitates in renting out of land. Broker's income was a part of national income since that is one productive activity. So you're helping someone who, you're helping the landlord and the tenant get a hold of land. So that broker's work is also counted. That broker also goes as a self-employed person. All right, moving forward. Fine, this portion also I'll cover through tables. I don't think I have much time. All right, I end this here. People, I don't think I'll be willing to engage into as many discussions tomorrow and day after because I intend to finish this lesson in the next two days. For now, I've simply posted your attendance question. Please go and mark your attendance. Please share your projects as and when you can. And we end this there. You may leave the call. Just in case you have any questions, stay back and ask, please.